So you're looking to really kick your career into high gear, right? You want to step into that next big leadership role. But you can't just hit pause on your entire professional life to do it. Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. How you can get a top-tier management degree from an IIM without stepping away from your job. I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? How do you get that coveted IM Master of Business Administration degree, that incredible network, and that whole strategic toolkit without leaving the job you've worked so hard to build? Well, there is an answer, and it's called the Executive MBA. So here's our roadmap. We're going to walk through the entire journey an applicant would take. First, we'll break down what an Executive MBA actually is. Then, we'll help you figure out if you're the right fit for it. We'll tackle the application process, take a peek inside the program itself, and wrap up with the ultimate payoff. Let's get started. Okay, first things first. Before we get into who it's for, we need to be totally clear on what an Executive MBA or an EMBA really is. So make no mistake, an Executive MBA is a full-fledged, genuine MBA degree. But here's the key. It's specifically designed for experienced professionals who are already working. And the real magic is in its blended format. It mixes flexible online classes with these really immersive on-campus visits. It creates this amazing feedback loop where you can literally learn a concept in class on Saturday and apply it at work on Monday.
And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from the director at IM Cozico just nails the whole philosophy. See, it's not just about learning theories from a book. It's about fusing that top-tier academic knowledge with your own real-world experience. The goal here is nothing short of transformation, turning already good managers into true visionary leaders. All right, so now that we know what this program is all about, the next big question is, who's it for? Is it for you? Let's break down the ideal candidate profile and see if you fit the bill. Think of this as your personal checklist. As we go through these next couple of points, just ask yourself if these key requirements line up with your own background.
First up, and this is a big one, experience. The baseline for pretty much every IM program is at least 3 years of full-time work experience after you've graduated. This isn't an entry-level thing. The whole point is that the classroom discussions are super rich because they're filled with seasoned professionals learning from each other.
Next, let's talk academics. You'll need a bachelor's degree, and generally, you need at least 50% aggregate marks. This just ensures that everyone coming into the program is on solid ground and ready for the academic rigor ahead.
Now, I think this slide is really important because it draws such a clear line in the sand. A traditional MBA is often about launching a career. The EMBA, on the other hand, is all about accelerating a career that's already in motion. You're not starting from zero. You're building on the foundation you already have, aiming for those senior leadership spots, maybe even the C-suite.
Okay, so you've looked at the profile, you've decided you're a great fit. Awesome. What's next? Well, now it's time to run what we're calling the application gauntlet. It's a series of steps designed to find the absolute best candidates.
The process might sound intense, but it's actually pretty straightforward. It all kicks off with your online application, where you lay out your experience and accomplishments. Then comes an aptitude test. And the cool part is, you can often use scores you already have from tests like the CAT, GMAT, or GRE, or you can take a test specific to the IIM. If you pass that, you get invited for a personal interview, which is super important for them to see your leadership potential. And finally, the admissions committee looks at everything together to make their final call.
This table from IIM Jamo gives us a fantastic peek behind the curtain. Just look at how they weigh everything. It's a truly holistic evaluation. Your test score and your interview are huge, right? 30% each. But your work experience and your grades are also really significant. It shows that it's not about being a genius in just one area. It's about having a strong, well-rounded profile that screams high potential.
So, congratulations, you got in. Now what? What do the next 2 years actually look like? Let's pull back the curtain and take a look inside the IM MBA learning experience.
So this is that blended model in action. The vast majority of your learning, about 80%, happens through live online classes. These are usually on weekends, so they're designed to fit around your work schedule. But then about 20% of the time is spent in these super intensive on-campus sessions. These campus visits are where the magic happens. You network face-to-face, you do deep dives with professors, and you really just soak in the whole IM culture.
So what are you actually studying?
Well, the first year is all about building that complete 360-degree view of a business. You're going to master all the core pillars. We're talking everything from finance and marketing to strategy and operations. It gives you that holistic perspective that's absolutely essential for anyone in a senior leadership role.
Okay, you've done the work, you've survived the exams, you've completed the program.
So what's the ultimate payoff here? Because let me tell you, it is so much more than just a piece of paper.
This right here is the real return on your investment. Of course, you walk away with a globally recognized MBA, but you also gain entry into the elite IAM alumni network. And that is a career asset for life. Beyond that, your strategic skills are going to be sharper than ever, you get access to career support, and, this is huge, you learn just as much from your peers as you do from the professors.
And hey, don't just take it from me. This testimonial from an IIM Cozy Code alum, Anto Jose, says it all. He talks about the tough curriculum and the amazing faculty, but what does he really emphasize? The network. The connections you build, the support system, the future collaborations, the friendships. That's what defines the truly transformative power of this whole experience.
So, we've walked through the whole thing, from what an EMBA even is to the incredible payoff at the very end. It's a path designed specifically for ambitious professionals who are ready to take that next step and lead. So really, the only question left to ask is, what's your first step?